How to Become a Straight A Student by Cal Newport. Whew, so many good books from Mr. Newport. This one's all about learning and being a student, and this is not just for high schoolers or college students. In fact, really, I think we're all students of life. And this is really about how to ingest, learn, process, and then come out not only with some data, information, and knowledge, but maybe some wisdom too. So what a great book to get stuck into. And I'm really glad to share with you this course on the book, How to Become a Straight A Student. And I think a good way to think about this is some key themes. What are some good study habits, time management? How do you balance this all? And how do you optimize so that you're learning as much as possible? So let's dig into this. Of course, like all of our free courses on apolloskills.com, you get a PDF summary, you get an audio summary, you get a link to Amazon, you get a quiz to test that you actually understand the key concepts in the book. Really important is you get a homework activity so you can actually apply the thinking in this book to your life, and then you can submit it and get instant feedback. So you can be done and dusted in under 30 minutes with the key concepts of this book. So becoming a straight A student, that's a bit of a dream, isn't it really? It's not, as the author says, Cal Newport, it's not just about finding answers, it's about asking great questions. And he goes on to unpack a bunch of things that you can do right now to be a better student. So let's have a look at what he suggests in this book. First of all is time management. Very easy to get lost in the matrix when you're studying. But I think a key part of what he presents are some simple techniques to structure your time. You've probably heard of Pomodoro and some other techniques. There's a lot of different ways in which you can manage your time effectively. So this is really good because when you're on top of the time, you are keeping your stress a little bit lower. Now, then he gets into perhaps what I think is one of the best things in this book, which is this idea of active recall. He has a few techniques that really go beyond simple like highlighting, note-taking, and marking up. He moves all into these two themes that I personally love and practice. One is active recall, and the other is spaced repetition. Active recall is when you can reproduce the knowledge without any prompts on a certain subject. So when you can lay out the 10 factors that make up economics, for example, if you can do that actively and recall it all without any prompts, then you have mastered it. Then you're a straight A student. So it's a very good benchmark. And the other thing is keep coming back to the knowledge. So one of the things I love to do is use the Rewise app that has memory cards that brings back highlights that I've been working on for years and years and years. So these techniques are amazing. They're all in the book. Now, the last one is about really how you kind of pull this all together in a larger lifestyle pattern. You can go too deep, too long, and you just get exhausted. Otherwise, you can do the other thing is that you leave it all a bit too late and it's too little. So he will give you some really good advice in the book on that. So really, really important, this active learning technique. This has been huge for me. So I'd really stress this as one that you can take home with you. He really does, particularly for students that are studying, is how to prepare strategically. And look, here's another good one, avoiding procrastination. We all face that. So it's all inside of this book. The book is called How to Become a Straight A Student by Cal Newport. I really strongly suggest we're all students of life. So if you're a little bit past high school or college, don't think that there's not something in this book for you. Particularly the active recall, I found to be a very, very powerful practice. So jump into this free course on how to become a straight A student. Really kind of set yourself up for a life of learning. And I think a life of learning is one that is rich. It's not only just a growth mindset, it's like so awesome to learn and to master things because you can turn around and offer them out into the world. You can help others. And look, the deeper you go, the more mastery you experience. I think you just feel this very deep sense of fulfillment when you know a subject from top to bottom, from left to right. So head over to apolloskills.com and you can do this free course on how to become a straight A student.